Imagine, like spending 3 days meticulously rotoscoping a character out of a 15-second clip, only to realize an AI can now just, strip that motion and map it onto a completely different character and perfectly sync to a beat in minutes. Okay, let's unpack this. We were doing our regular scan through AIagentstore.ai and pulled up the page for a really interesting tool called Seevio AI.
Yes, specifically we're looking at their CDANS 2.0 product, which is a multimodal video generator. It creates these 4 to 15-second cinematic clips using text, images, video, and audio inputs all together.
Right. And most of us are used to the standard text-to-video models where you just, type a prompt and the AI kind of hallucinates the scene.
Exactly, and often with some really weird, unpredictable physics. But what's fascinating here is that CDANS 2.0 uses what they call reference-guided creation, so it's highly deterministic.
Okay, wait. What does that actually look like in practice for you?
Well, you basically upload a reference video, and the AI literally extracts the kinetic data. I mean, the camera pans, the choreography, all of it, and it uses it as a structural blueprint for the final output.
So it's essentially motion capture technology, but, without the ping pong ball suit.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
The AI acts as a digital skeleton. It strips the movement from your reference video and then sort of wears your uploaded 2D images like a skin.
But if I have to hand it the exact motion tracking and the exact character design, it's kind of like handing a mood board and a reference tape to a Hollywood director rather than just giving them a typed script.
That's a really good way to put it, actually.
Right, but isn't this just a glorified video filter then? Like, can it handle complex editing, like swapping out a character or perfectly syncing to a music beat?
Oh, absolutely. It's definitely generating entirely new pixels, not just overlaying them. I mean, when it maps your character image to that digital skeleton, it has to dynamically calculate lighting, shadows, and physics for angles that didn't even exist in your original 2D image.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, plus it includes built-in audio generation and beat syncing. It can even do targeted character replacement, perfectly preserving the original background while generating new motion for the subject. And it handles batch generation up to 4K resolution.
Up to 4K, that's serious. But here's the catch, I think. If I have to upload specific audio tracks, exact character reference images, and a flawless motion tracking video just to get a 15-second clip...
You're doing a lot of the work.
Yeah, exactly. It sounds like I'm doing a ton of the heavy lifting. Who is actually driving here? How autonomous is this thing, really?
You've hit on the crucial distinction. The AI Agent Store site lists its autonomy level at exactly 29%.
Only 29%? That seems low.
Well, it makes sense because it's a user-driven creative tool, not an independent decision-making agent. It's a closed-source, paid web service that demands really precise instructions.
So I couldn't just, feed it an unlimited folder of assets and tell it to render a 2-hour indie film?
Not even close. To keep the rendering manageable, the processing constraints are incredibly strict. You're capped at a total of 12 files per workflow.
Wait. 12 files total.
Yeah, and that breaks down rigidly. You can use up to 9 images, exactly 3 audio files, and a maximum of 3 reference videos.
And those reference videos, they have a time limit too, right?
Right. They cannot exceed exactly 15 seconds in total length. The mechanism works because it hyper-focuses on short, precise bursts of data rather than letting the AI loose to hallucinate over long timelines.
So what does this all mean? Ultimately, this is a highly optimized engine for marketers, educators, and creators, right? People who need high-end cinematic visuals without the massive overhead of a traditional studio.
Exactly, provided they are willing to sit in that director's chair and meticulously guide every single frame.
Right.
And the broader implication here is really fascinating. When AI completely eliminates the technical barriers of video production.
Like needing a full crew.
Yeah. When you no longer need a crew, a mocap studio, or a 3-day rotoscoping session, the true value of content shifts. Will it move entirely away from technical execution and rely purely on the originality of human imagination?
That is definitely something to chew on next time you're storyboarding a project. You can check out the exact page we discussed today at AIagentstore.ai. Thank you so much for listening, and a sincere thank you to everyone taking the time to rate the show. It really means a lot to us.